Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhav Jaya Radha Madhav Radha Madhav Jaya Radha Madhav Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Nitai Gaur Haribol, 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 Haribol. Jayam Vishnupada Paramahansa Parivrajak Acharya Ashtattara Shataśrimat Abhay Charana Aravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. ISKCON Beauty Founder Acharya His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki. Jayam Vishnupada Paramahansa Parivrajak Acharya Ashtattara Shataśrimat Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki. Shri Radha Madhav Vasta Sakhi Vrinda Shri Mayapur Chandra ki. Shri Panchatattva ki. Shri Singhadev Prahlad Maharaj ki. श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की, समवेत गौर भक्तवृंद की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitang Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitang Jana Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Sha Padantikam. Vandehang Shri Gura Shri Juta Padakamalang Shri Gurung Vaishnavangsya Shri Rupang Sagrajatang Sahagana Raghunatha Nitang Tang Sajivam Sadvaitang Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakhanitangscha Namong Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschata Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Bhaevacha Patitanang Pavanebho Vaishnavebho Namo Namaha. Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaudatishe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandha Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanang Namaskritya Narang Chaiva Narottamam Deving Saraswating Vyasang Tato Jaya Mudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityang Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagvatam, Canto 3, chapter 6. Chapter is entitled Creation of the Universal Form. Text number 37. Ekantalabham vachasudno pungsam susloko mauler guno badamaho sutesya vibadbhir upakritayang katha sudhayam upasamprayogam ekantalabham vachasanu pungsang susloko mauler gunabadamaho sutesya vibadbhir upakritayang katha sudhayam upasamprayogam ekantalabham vachasanu pungsang susloko mauler gunabadamaho sutesya vibadbhir upakritayang katha sudhayam upasamprayogam Vaishnavis. Eka anta, the one which has no comparison. Labham, gain. Vachasha, by discussions. Nupungsam, after the Supreme Person. Susloka, pious. Maule, activities. Gunavadam, glorification. Ahu, it is so said. Shrutehe, of the ear. Cha, also. Vidvadbhi, by the learned. Upakritayam, being so edited. Katha Sudhayam, in the nectar of such a transcendental message. Upasamprayagam serves the real purpose, being nearer to. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. The highest perfectional gain of humanity is to engage in discussions of the activities and glories of the pious actor. Such activities are so nicely arranged in writing by the greatly learned sages that the actual purpose of the year is served just by being near them. Purport. The impersonalists are very much afraid of hearing the activities of the Lord because they think that the happiness derived from the transcendental situation of Brahman is the ultimate goal of life. They think that anyone's activity, even that of the personality of Godhead, is mundane. But the idea of happiness indicated in this verse is different because it relates to the activities of the Supreme Personality who has transcendental qualities. The word Gunavadam is significant because the qualities of the Lord and His activities and pastimes are the subject matter for the discussion of devotees. A rishi like Maitreya is certainly not interested in discussing anything pertaining to mundane qualities. Yet, he says that the highest perfectional stage of transcendental realization is to discuss the Lord's activities. Srila Jiva Goswami therefore concludes that the topics regarding the transcendental activities of the Lord are far beyond the transcendental realization of Kaivalya happiness. These transcendental activities of the Lord are so arranged in writing by the great sages that simply by hearing of those narrations one becomes perfectly self-realized. And the proper use of the ear and the tongue is also achieved. Srimad Bhagvatam is one of such great literatures, and the highest perfectional state of life is attained simply by hearing and reciting its contents. Mukam karati vachalam panghul langhaite giring yatkripa tamaham bande Sri Gurung Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. So this verse from third canto talks about importance of hearing about the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and how our ear becomes perfected by hearing this transcendental message. Srila Prabhupada in the purport talks about the transcendental activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which are the subject matter of the devotees. But the impersonalists, they are very scared or they avoid hearing about the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They think activity, whether it is by conditioned souls of this world or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, activities mean mundane. Everything is Maya. Even Lord's activities are also Maya. But Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Janma karma chame divyam. Lord's activities, Lord's appearance or worth are transcendental. So there is always a debate between impersonalist and personalist. So one man was sitting under a tree on a road. So one impersonalist guru came and gave him a mantra. He said, you should chant this mantra. What is the mantra? Saham. I am that Supreme, Saham. So he started chanting this mantra to attain perfection. So after some time, one devotee, personalist guru was passing by. By hearing this mantra, he said, why you are chanting this mantra? This is not a good mantra. So you are chanting Saham, you should add Da Saham. So chant this mantra. So he started chanting this mantra. Next day, same impersonalist guru came to check how his disciple is doing. So when he came, he was shocked to see that his disciple changed the mantra. That is nature of Kali Yuga. He always change. So he changed the mantra from Saham to Dasaham. Then he said, why you are chanting this mantra? This is not good. You should add Sha. Sada Shaham. You are always that Supreme. So chant this mantra. So he started chanting this mantra. After some time, devotee, that personalist guru came to check his disciple how he is doing. Then when he came, he saw, he changed the mantra. He said, why you are chanting this mantra? Sada Saham. You should add another Da. Dasa Dasaham. So in that way, there is always a debate between the personalist and impersonalist. So Prabhupada was very, very particular about establishing the personality feature of the Absolute Truth. And Mahaprabhu also was very, very strong in that. There are many proofs how the perfectionist in the impersonal school got attracted to the personal feature of the Absolute Truth. The most prominent example is Sukadeva Goswami. So Sukadeva Goswami, he was in the womb for 16 years. And after coming out from the womb, he was moving towards the forest, liberated. From the womb, he was liberated. So Vyasadeva thought that I got this son after so many years, but immediately after taking birth, he has taken sannyas. So no other ashram. So he was trying to bring him back, but he was not successful. Then what happened? He sent some of his disciples to chant some verses from Srimad Bhagvatam. It is explained two main verses. One verse talks about the quality of Krishna, and another verse talks about the beauty of Krishna. And by hearing these two verses, Sukadeva Goswami was very attracted, and he wanted to hear more and more. And the disciple said, if you want to hear more, then you have to come to the origin of these verses. Come to Vyasadeva. And he came to Vyasadeva and learned Srimad Bhagavatam. So one quality Sukadeva Goswami heard about Krishna, and what was that quality? Mercy. Aho Bokyan Stanaka Alokutam. Who can be more merciful than Krishna? So Putana came to kill Krishna. So this verse explains the superhuman activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Krishna was only few days old. Somebody said 6 days, 7 days, a few days. And Putana was very expert in killing child. But she came in a very beautiful form. The Brajavasis thought she is the Apsara from the heavenly planet, looks like. So how she wanted to kill? She has put the poison on her breast and she wanted to feed milk with that poison, and by drinking that poison, Krishna will be killed. That was the plan. So Putana wanted to give two things to Krishna. One is milk. Instead of honey or sugar, she wanted to mix poison. So Krishna thought that she is so merciful. She is giving the milk, but Krishna is more merciful. So Krishna thought, why two? I should another item. So what Krishna took? Krishna took the milk. Krishna also accepted the poison. And along with that, he also sucked the life air of Putana. And Putana was killed. But what happened to Putana? Putana became the nurse or mother in the spiritual world, topmost realm of the spiritual world, Goloka Vrindavan. Very, very rare. Generally, when a demon is killed by the Lord, that demon gets Sayya Mukti. That is a normal benediction. The demons were killed by Krishna, they went to Vaikuntha. But I think this personality, Putana, was, I think, only the one personality. She was transferred to Goloka Vrindavan. And because of that, Sukadeva Goswami was surprised, amazed by the mercy. Not only Putana got the spiritual body, her material body also got purified. When Putana's body was burnt, the fragrance was spreading all over Braj from burning of Putana's body. Generally, when you burn someone's body, generally good smell doesn't come, bad smell comes. But Putana's body was spiritualized by the touch of Krishna. And because of that, instead of bad smell, the fragrance was spreading all over Vrindavan. That is the power of touch of Krishna. That's why it is said, somehow or other, we have to be in touch with Krishna. Then life will be perfect. Even Putana got purified. She got spiritual body and her material body got purified. Everything got purified. That's why it is explained, Akamo sarva kamo va moksha kamo udaradi tibrena bhakti yogena jajatang purusham param. You may be a devotee without any desire. You may be a person with lot of material desire, sarva kamo. Moksha kamo, you may have desire to get liberation. Anybody can get perfection if that person gets in touch with the Supreme Personality of God. So here it is explained, Ananda or bliss derived from liberation, which is known as Brahmananda. It's like a drop as compared to the ocean of bliss derived from pure devotional service. Jiva Goswami confirms that, and Prabhupada mentions about Jiva Goswami. So devotional service gives unlimited bliss. Mahaprabhu also talks about that. Ananda Ambudhi Vardhanam Patipadam Purnamrita Ashadanam. Unlimited bliss. Unlimited bliss. And that kind of bliss, Krishna also aspires for. Krishna developed the desire to become a devotee. Why? He developed the greed to taste the happiness derived by Srimati Radharani by rendering pure devotional service to Krishna. Right? So it must be very blissful. Krishna is the source of bliss. And the devotees experience that bliss by being connected with Krishna. So who is more happy? Example is given. Rasmalai is very sweet because Bhagvatam is also compared to Rasmalai. So Rasmalai is very sweet. But Rasamalai doesn't know how sweet Rasamalai is, right? Who knows? Who eat that Rasamalai? So Krishna is just like Rasamalai. But he doesn't know how sweet he is, right? So Rukmini Devi told Krishna in Dwarka that, my dear Lord, you know everything except one thing. So Krishna was surprised. I know everything. I declared in Vedas also, in Bhagavatam also, Avijja, I know everything. But you are telling I don't know one thing. What is that? He said, you don't know how much devotees love you. That you don't know. So really, so who knows this? He said, I know and Srimati Radharani knows. Then Krishna thought, what is the use to be a god? So they know more than me. So I should become a devotee of God. So in the spiritual world, the Lord wants to become devotee. But in this material world, conditioned souls want to become God. That's why material world is a perverted reflection of the spiritual world. So bliss, because it's a comparison of bliss, unlimited bliss. What is the meaning of unlimited? Unlimited means you cannot measure it. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, when Rupa Goswami was asking question and Mahaprabhu was talking to Rupa Goswami in Prayag, he said that I am giving some drop of the nectar of pure devotional service. It's unlimited. Ocean is unlimited. In this world also, ocean is very difficult to measure, but you can measure it. But the ocean of pure devotional service, impossible to measure. That's why it is known as, what is the meaning of unlimited in Sanskrit? Aparimaya. So you cannot measure it. And another symptom of unlimited is, it is always expanding. How you can measure? At the beginning you cannot measure, and instead of decreasing, it is expanding. Everything in this world is diminishing, including the beauty, right? When someone becomes old, beauty does not increase. Very difficult to maintain also. That's why a lot of money is spent to maintain the beauty. But whatever you do, beauty is going to diminish. That is the nature of this world. But Krishna is the oldest person. That's why people think God must be very old, with white beard, this and that, because he is the oldest person. He is the eldest person or oldest person, but he is young. That is the beauty of Krishna. He is eternally 16 years old. And I was giving one lecture, in that purport Prabhupada is telling that verse says, even at the age of more than 100 years, Krishna was having black hair. So while he was on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, he was very old as far as material calculation. But he was having black hair, not artificially, naturally. Naturally black hair. So while he was dancing with the gopis in Vrindavan, black hair. While he was fighting on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, black hair. So he's 16 years old, eternally. Why? He chose 16, not 15, not 17, not 18. Why 16? Very interesting. Because Koishara age ends at 15. And 16 is the beginning of Jovana. Nava Jovanancha. That is the best age you can enjoy the most. That's why Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. So Krishna is also very expert in choosing his age. He is expert in everything, including choosing his age. 16 years old. The most attractive age. So his activities are very, very attractive. Why it is attractive? Because this is not mundane. In this world, the beginning things are very attractive. Right? When you see someone for the first time, attraction is there. But if you see regularly, attraction goes away. Right? Familiarity, this and that. But Srimati Radharani, all the gopis, Brajabasis are with Krishna since time immemorial. But they are not saying, oh, same Krishna. Let's change. Change is the disease of the material world. Right? Everybody wants to change. Change. Because if you are having the same thing, how we can enjoy life? If you change, then you can enjoy life. But in the spiritual world, they are not changing anything externally. But they are enjoying unlimitedly. So by this you can understand that enjoyment does not depend on external change. We need to experience the internal aspect. So bliss is the experience of the soul. That has to be understood. There are 4 levels: enjoyment, entertainment, then enlightenment, then emancipation. 4 levels. Senses, mind, intelligence, and the soul. So in this world, people are too much focused on enjoyment of the senses. Senses interact with the sense objects and experience is sense enjoyment. Then people are not so happy with the sense enjoyment. And they need entertainment. They see movie. They know this all does not exist, right? In the movie, all the characters, what they do, all beyond logic, right? I am not going into details. Those who have seen movies, they know that. Everything is beyond logic, but they see. Why? Because mind does not go by logic. So entertainment is beyond logic. So that's why mind experiences entertainment. Then they are also not so happy. Same movie, same song, they need change. Then they go for enlightenment. Enlightenment is related to intelligence. But that also does not give complete satisfaction. But when soul experiences the bliss, which is known as emancipation, then we become completely happy and satisfied. So unless and until the soul is connected with the Supreme Lord through the process of devotional service, soul cannot be satisfied. Satisfaction will come only through devotional service. Sukadeva Goswami was not satisfied. Right? Same thing happened when Mahaprabhu was in Jagannath Puri, first person to deliver after sannyas at Jagannath Puri is Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And who was the leader? He is the guru of the impersonalist school. High level of scholarship, incarnation of Brihaspati. And by seeing Mahaprabhu, he got attracted. He's so beautiful looking, obviously, because Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he was perfect in his journey as an impersonalist, but the same person became attracted by seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for the first time. Immediately got attracted. He did not know why. So Mahaprabhu is all attractive because he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was concerned. Young age, 24 years, such a beautiful boy. How he can maintain sannyas? I should give him some training, sannyas training program. And I'll reinitiate him because he got sannyas from Bharati Sampradaya. It's not high category. I'll give him some high category sannyas initiation. That was his idea. And Mahaprabhu's associates were very upset with him because Mahaprabhu's associates, they know that Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But Mahaprabhu took it in a very nice way. Mahaprabhu said, he is like my father and he wants to train me, protect me in my sannyas life. What's wrong with it? Why you are so upset? I want to take that training program. So Mahaprabhu took 7 days training program. 7 days is very, very remarkable day, I think. Sukadeva Goswami spoke for 7 days, right? 7 days. So 7 days, generally when someone hears, asks so many questions. Parikshit Maharaj asked so many questions. Sutta Goswami spoke, then Sajas of Naimisharan asked so many questions. Even in 45-minute class Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna asked so many questions, right? But 7 days Mahaprabhu was hearing. But he did not utter a single word. And by seeing this, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was little concerned. He said, I have been talking for last 7 days. Whether you are understanding or not understanding, how can I understand? You are not asking anything. Then Mahaprabhu said, I understood the verses very nicely. It's brilliant like sun. But somehow your explanation covered the meaning of Vedanta Sutra. Because you are talking Vedanta Sutra. So what a insult to a teacher, no? But Mahaprabhu did in a very humble way. He said, I could understand the verses very nicely, but your explanation, your purport confused me. Why purport is needed? To better understand the verse. That's why the authors, they write purport. Prabhupada wrote Bhaktivedanta purport so that we can understand the verses better. But here Mahaprabhu is telling completely opposite. He said, I can understand the verses very nicely, but your explanation are covering the meaning of these verses, like cloud. So you are surprised. Little upset also. 7 days endeavor. Then he said, okay, explain Atmaram verse. So Mahaprabhu said, first you explain. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya in 9 different ways beautifully analyzed Atmaram verse. Very amazing explanation. And after that, Mahaprabhu, without touching any of the points of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he explained the words of Atmaram verse in 18 different ways. So in that way, Mahaprabhu could convey that Mahaprabhu is not a sannyasi, Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So immediately, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya surrendered at the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exhibited his six-handed form. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya became a pure devotee of Krishna. So by this you can understand that the perfectionist also in the impersonal school, they get attracted by the process of devotional service and becomes Krishna's devotees. So Krishna's activities are transcendental. What is the meaning of transcendental? Transcendental means beyond three modes, right? Activities in this world are governed by three modes. Prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasya. Everything is done by three modes. But Krishna's activities are beyond three modes. How to understand? It is said that Krishna's activities are extraordinary. So Krishna married 16,108 queens. It's not ordinary. It itself is extraordinary. People become very envious. Why Krishna married so many? Because they cannot manage only one wife. But Krishna was managing 16,108 queens. So Narad Muni was very inquisitive. How my Lord is managing? Because he did not have any experience. So he wanted to check. He went to Dwarka. And he saw that Krishna is there in every palace. So Krishna constructed through Vishwakarma one palace for each queen. What a husband, right? Not room. One palace for each queen. And everybody is thinking, each and every queen is thinking, Krishna is with her only. What an amazing husband. And not only that, it is explained by our acharyas, all the times in one palace Krishna is performing morning duties. In next palace he is performing noon duties. In next palace he is performing after, same time going on. Same time, all the segments of the day are present simultaneously in Dwarka. How it is possible? Only one answer. Inconceivable potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Achinta Shakti. Not only that, so 16,108 forms are there simultaneously in 16,108 palaces. But when Krishna was going to the palace, going to the office, Sudharma Sabha, which Krishna was going? Only one Krishna in the Sudharma Sabha. Right? But each queen, they are observing that Krishna left the palace for going to the office. So what happened? 16,000 Krishna came out from the 16,108 palaces. But one Krishna in the office. Which Krishna? Another inconceivable potency. It is said that all 16 become one. 16,108 Krishna became one and goes to the office. Nobody could see. Nobody could understand. Because it's Achinta Sakti. And when he comes back, again 16,108 forms. Who can do this? Krishna can do this. Because Krishna has inconceivable potency. Right? But people cannot understand. Why they cannot understand? Because unless someone has faith in the inconceivable potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they cannot understand the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. By logic, by argument, they cannot understand. I was giving a lecture on Janmashtami Day to college students. More than 500 students were there. And I was talking about how Krishna appeared in the prison house. Then one boy after the class said that Kangsha was a stupid guy. Why? He knew that Vasudeva and Devaki, their 8th son, will be the cause of his death. Why he kept Vasudeva and Devaki in one prison? He could have kept separately. Right? He did not have any brain. But they don't understand that Krishna was not born by the physical union of Vasudeva and Devaki. In order to take birth, Krishna does not need physical union of his father and mother. But people cannot understand that. It's Achinta Shakti. Krishna appeared in the heart of Vasudeva. Why Vasudeva? Why Vasudeva? Because Vasudeva is Suddha Sattva, pure goodness. When our heart will be free from lust, anger, greed, pride, envy and illusion, that place will become Vasudeva. Then Krishna will appear. So Vasudeva was a pure devotee, that's why Krishna appeared in the heart of Vasudeva. And from the heart of Vasudeva, Krishna was transferred to where? Devaki. We do fund transfer nowadays now, online banking. We transfer figures, but Krishna was transferred like that. Online transfer, transcendental online transfer. Well, can do that. We are so proud that we can transfer fund, but Krishna already did that 5,000 years ago. He himself got transferred like that. But we don't believe it. Why? Because we don't have faith in the inconceivable potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? Then Krishna, what he did? So many things he did. Krishna danced with the gopis. We will talk about that. But they don't know how he did that. Inconceivable. So generally there is day-to-day normal Ras Leela and this Maha Ras Leela. When all the gopis gathered together. How many gopis? Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains 3 billion gopis, 300 crores gopis. Can you believe it? How? Now India's population is, I think, 140 crores. But that time, Krishna was dancing with how many gopis? Only 300 crores. And each gopi was thinking Krishna was dancing with her. It's possible to understand. And for how long? One night of Brahma. We get tired after 1 hour of dancing, right? Bhakrashar Pandit danced 72 hours in Kali Yuga. But Krishna was dancing with how long? One night of Brahma. What is one night of Brahma? 43 lakhs 20,000 years multiplied by 1,000. That is one night of Brahma. By hearing this figure, we faint. How it is possible? Krishna became very tired. Oh, I am very tired now. I am very tired. He never gets tired because he is transcendental. So by this we can understand that Krishna's activities are not ordinary activities. Even dancing with the gopis is not possible. People try to imitate that because they think it's very easy. Krishna danced with so many, why not we with few? But that's also not possible. How many hours or how many days you can dance? Not possible. Right? Lifting of Govardhan Hill. Extraordinary activities. Krishna is trying to show to the whole world how insignificant that activity was. Because he used the weakest finger of the left hand. बाएं हाथ का खेल In Hindi, it's, nothing. It's mera baएं हाथ का खेल है. It's my left hand work. Not only left hand, he used the weakest finger of the left hand. For how long? 7 days and 7 nights. Prabhupada used to say that, oh, you want to become God, at least lift something for, without going to the toilet for few hours. So what do you want to claim that we are God? And what was the size of Giriraj? 64 miles long, 40 miles wide and 16 miles high. Not the Govardhan of today's Govardhan. Huge size. And Krishna was lifting without any effort. Just like a boy lifts the mushroom, Prabhupada used the example, Krishna was lifting like that. So from this we can understand that Krishna's activities are transcendental. And what happens? When we hear about these activities, our ears become perfect. The perfection of hearing is when you hear about Krishna. That's why Mahaprabhu has said that we have to hear Bhagvatam regularly. Bhagvatam also says, Nityam Bhagavata Seva. We have to hear Bhagvatam regularly. Mahaprabhu did not only tell, he personally did that. Every day he used to go to the temple of Tota Gopinath and he used to hear from Gadadhar Pandit, minimum 3 hours. Mahaprabhu's class was for 3 hours, not for 1 hour. Raghunath Das Goswami used to speak Chaitanya Charitamrita about Mahaprabhu at the bank of Radhakund for 3 hours. Srila Prabhupada used to sing Harinam in Tompkins Square Park for 3 hours. But at least we should hear 1 hour and chant 2 hours. Right? That's why Prabhupada has given a very unique 1 hour hearing Bhagavatam class and 2 hours chanting of the holy name. Most difficult part of our sadhana bhakti. One of my close friends said, Prabhupada gave so many things very wonderful. Mangalarati also okay, getting a little difficult, but after Mangalarati it's very nice. Festival is very nice, Prasadam is very nice. But why Prabhupada gave these 16 rounds and hearing this Srimad Bhagavatam? Very difficult, because this is the main aspect of sadhana bhakti. Sadhu Sangha Nam Kirtan, Bhagavat Shravan, Mathura Vas Sri Murti, Shraddha Sevan. Rupa Goswami also explained Panchanga Bhakti, the 5 most potent forms of devotional service, beginning with Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu Sangha, Nam Kirtan. Nam Kirtan means chanting of the holy name, and Bhagavat Shravan, hearing Bhagavatam. So, devotional service begins with hearing. At the beginning, we should focus more on hearing. Hearing and hearing. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem Sadhya Kabunai Shravanadi Suddha Chitte Karo Udai. That's why Krishna has given 2 ears, 1 mouth. And it is made in such a way mouth should be closed. And ear should be always open. Ear is always open. But in Kali Yuga, although it is open, it is always closed. Mouth is always open because of the mercy of the mobile phones, unlimited talk time scheme. So we can talk unlimitedly. There is no time for hearing. But devotional service begins when we close our mouth and keep our ears open. So at the beginning of Krishna consciousness, we should more hear. Then when we become more advanced in Krishna consciousness, because of that we can speak more. Kirtanam. And when we get perfection, Smaranam. Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasham, Sakhyam, Atma, Nivedanam. So here it is said that our ears get perfection simply hearing about Krishna. That's why Krishna performed wonderful activities. And this has been wonderfully recorded. It is said, wonderfully edited and recorded by the great sages. So Sukadev Goswami wonderfully recorded this. Vasudev wonderfully recorded this Srimad Bhagavatam. And Srila Prabhupada wonderfully translated this Bhagavatam, so that we can very easily understand the message of Srimad Bhagavatam. Then what will happen? We also get the same perfection what Parikshit Maharaj got. If we simply follow in the footsteps of Parikshit Maharaj by keeping our heart keeping our ear and keeping our eyes open while hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. If you have any question, a comment, reflections.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for your wonderful lecture. Maharaj, you told that Krishna's pastimes are very inconceivable, that cannot be surpassed by any living entity. So we heard from Bhagvatam that Raja Vichitravirya, he also married to 1 crore women, 1 crore queens. So, Chitraketu, Raja Chitraketu, he married to 1 crore women. So I mean, in this marriage pastime, he surpassed Krishna. So I'm just asking.
No, he could not surpass. Krishna in Vrindavan only 300 crores. How you are telling he surpassed? Okay? You can still ask the question.
Clear, Maharaj. Clear.
You have to understand that Krishna is having a lot of extraordinary qualities. His devotees are also having extraordinary qualities. To a limited extent, Krishna is unlimited. Devotees are also having a lot of wonderful activities and qualities.
Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Maharaj. During the course of your class, you said that Maharaj, we should keep our mouth closed and ears open. So
no, Krishna has made in such a way, it is the reality. But Kali Yuga, everything is opposite. So, okay, ask your question.
While chanting the holy names, Srila Prabhupada always used to insist on hearing the holy names. So, how to solve that problem?
How to?
Solve that problem.
Which problem?
We should keep our ear open and mouth closed.
There are two aspects of devotional service. One is hearing, other one is chanting. So when we hear Bhagavatam, we don't have to keep our mouth open, but we keep our ears and heart and eyes open. But it's very difficult to keep our eyes open. Eyes get closed and mouth becomes open. Right? That is a symptom of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay? And when chanting, what happens? During chanting? Prabhupada wrote a book, Chant and Be Happy. So one person in London wanted to check how devotees are happy while chanting. And he came in the temple and devotees are struggling like anything in chanting, keeping them awake. It's a struggle, no? Hearing Buddha. If you have a big group chanting together, you know all different kinds of activities go on during chanting, struggling. So they said, this is not complete sentence. Chant, struggle and be happy. So chanting is a great struggle for a sadhaka. Keeping Prabhupada, somebody said, oh, how can I remember Krishna during my sleep? Prabhupada said, try to remember Krishna when you are awake. While you are chanting, it's very difficult to remain awake, but we want to remember Krishna during sleeping. So, aspiration is very high, but we have to know our reality also. Okay, we have to do both. While we are chanting, we have to chant the holy name and also hear attentively. And while you are hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, also you should hear attentively. Chanting, generally sadhaka chants himself and hear also himself. But Bhagavatam, somebody speaks and the audience, they hear. That is the only difference. Okay?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Today your class is very happy to hear and is equal to nectar. And my question is, you told Krishna done, Hare Krishna, Krishna done Rasalila one Brahma night. He has 125 years on the earth. How it is possible one Rasalila, one Brahma night time?
How it is possible?
And he has
How it is possible?
He
It's
stayed-
very difficult or impossible for us to understand.
I understand, Prabhu.
You understand? You cannot understand.
No. Achanta, he is having Achanta uncompletable,
Inconceivable.
inconceivable potency, but stayed on the earth 125 years. Rasalila, Maharasalila. Rasalila means general night. But Maharasalila, one Brahma night means just unable to understand.
How one Brahma's night was fitting in the normal earthly night? That is inconceivable. When Krishna functions, Kala stops. The Kala of this world stops functioning. You understand? Difficult. We cannot understand. That's why Brahma said, after performing 1000 celestial years, he said, I have understood. What I have understood? I cannot understand Krishna.
And also all gopis are Rishi. All gopis are, in previous life they are Rishi.
No. There are all varieties of gopis. That is our topic today. Nitya Siddha Gopi, Sadhan Siddha Gopi, there are many gopis, Kripa Siddha Gopis, all varieties of gopis are there.
Not only Brahmins. All gopis are not Brahmins in the previous life.
No. There are Nitya Siddha Gopis also.
Right, sir.
Oh.
Hare Krishna. Maharaj, thank you for the wonderful class. In the translation, Prabhupada describes the Lord as pious actor. So it's very interesting. I wanted to ask, does that mean that through the translation, Prabhupada is saying that there is only one pious actor, that is Krishna? Is it like that, or?
It's not like that. So, one of the characteristics explained by this terminology, because acting means Krishna is performing his pastime. We are governed by modes, but Krishna is not governed by modes. Okay? Why it is pious actor is transcendentally pious. Whatever Krishna does is transcendental. That's why Prabhupada used this word, pious actor. Okay, we'll end here now. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagvatam ki jai.